Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Adventure Stories. I'm so excited to share today's story with you. It's about friendship, courage, and discovering love in the most unexpected places. But first, let me explain how to use this video to improve your English speaking skills dramatically. Today, we're going to practice shadowing, one of the most powerful techniques for learning natural English pronunciation and rhythm. Here's exactly how it works. I'll read each sentence clearly and slowly. Then you pause the video and repeat the sentence exactly as you heard it. Copy my voice, my speed, my tone, and even my emotions. Don't just say the words, become my shadow. Mirror everything about how I speak. This technique helps your brain learn the natural music of English. It might feel awkward at first, but that's completely normal. The more you practice shadowing, the more natural and confident your English will sound. Are you ready for today's adventure? Our story is called The Mountain Adventure, and it's about 4 college friends who go camping in the Rocky Mountains. What starts as a fun weekend trip becomes a test of friendship, courage, and love. It's a story that will make your heart race and warm your soul at the same time. If you enjoy this story and find it helpful for your English practice, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Ring the notification bell so you never miss our new stories. Now, let's begin this exciting mountain adventure. My name is Sarah. I am 19 years old. I study psychology at Colorado State University. I have 3 best friends from college. There's Jake and Ryan, who are both studying engineering, and there's my best friend Mia, who studies art like me. We do everything together. We study at the library, eat lunch together, and hang out on weekends. We've been close friends since our first year of college. One Friday afternoon, Jake had an exciting idea. "Hey everyone," he said, "why don't we go camping this weekend? I know a beautiful spot in the Rocky Mountains." Mia clapped her hands together. "That sounds amazing. I love being in nature." Ryan nodded enthusiastically. "We could go hiking and see the sunrise from the mountains." I felt excited too, but there was another reason I wanted to go. I had developed feelings for Jake over the past few months. Jake was different from other guys I knew. He was thoughtful, funny, and always helped others. He had kind blue eyes and a warm smile that made me feel safe. I had never told anyone about my feelings, not even Mia, but I hoped this camping trip might give us a chance to get closer. That evening, we all met to plan our trip. Jake spread out a map on his dorm room floor. "We'll camp near Crystal Lake," he said, pointing to a spot on the map. "It's about a 3-hour hike from where we park the car." The area looked beautiful but remote. "Are you sure it's safe?" Mia asked. "I've been there before with my family," Jake assured us. "The trail is well marked, and the lake is incredible. We'll see stars like you've never seen before." Ryan was already packing his backpack with snacks and supplies. I felt butterflies in my stomach. This was going to be an adventure I'd never forget. Saturday morning came quickly. Jake picked us up in his Jeep at sunrise. The mountain air was crisp and fresh. We drove for 2 hours through winding roads surrounded by pine trees. When we reached the trailhead, Jake parked the car and we all stretched our legs. "Everyone ready?" Jake asked, adjusting his heavy backpack. We all nodded. The hiking trail started easy, winding through a beautiful forest. Birds were singing in the trees above us. Maya took photos of wildflowers with her camera. Ryan told jokes that made us all laugh. I walked beside Jake for most of the hike. He pointed out different types of trees and told me interesting facts about the mountains. "See that peak over there?" he said. "That's Mount Wilson. It's over 14,000 feet tall. I loved listening to him talk. His passion for nature was contagious. After hiking for 2 hours, we stopped for lunch beside a small stream. The water was crystal clear and very cold. We ate sandwiches and shared trail mix. "This is perfect," Mia said, lying back on the grass and closing her eyes. "I could stay here forever." "Wait until you see the lake," Jake said with excitement. "It's another hour of hiking, but it's worth it." After lunch, we continued up the mountain. The trail became steeper and more challenging. My legs were getting tired, but I didn't want to complain. Jake noticed I was struggling. Without saying anything, he took some items from my backpack and put them in his own. "You don't have to do that," I protested. "I want to help," he said with that warm smile of his. My heart felt full of gratitude and something deeper. Finally, we reached Crystal Lake. It was the most beautiful sight I had ever seen. The lake was perfectly round and surrounded by tall mountains. The water was so clear we could see fish swimming near the bottom. "Wow," was all I could say. We set up our tents near the shore. Jake and Ryan worked together to build a fire pit with stones. Mia and I gathered firewood from the forest. As the sun began to set, we sat around the campfire cooking hot dogs and marshmallows. "This is the best weekend ever," Ryan said, looking at the stars that were beginning to appear. The sky in the mountains was incredible. Without city lights, we could see thousands of stars and the bright stripe of the Milky Way galaxy. "Let's tell scary stories," Mia suggested with a mischievous grin. We took turns telling ghost stories and urban legends. Each story got more ridiculous than the last, and we were all laughing instead of being scared. As the night got colder, we moved closer to the fire. Jake sat next to me, and I could feel the warmth of his arm against mine. "Sarah," he said quietly, "are you having fun?" I looked into his eyes, which reflected the firelight. "This is perfect," I whispered back. Around midnight, Mia and Ryan went to their tents to sleep. Jake and I stayed by the fire, talking softly about our dreams for the future. "What do you want to do after college?" he asked. I told him about my dream of becoming a counselor to help people with their problems. "That's perfect for you," he said. "You're such a good listener, and you care so much about others." Then he paused and looked at me seriously. "Sarah, can I tell you something?" My heart started beating faster. "Of course," I said. "I've wanted to tell you this for months," he began. "You're not just my friend. You're someone very special to me. I think I'm falling in love with you." I felt like I was dreaming. "Jake," I whispered, "I feel the same way about you." He reached over and gently touched my face. "Really?" he asked with amazement. "Really," I confirmed. Under the starry mountain sky, we shared our first kiss. It was magical and perfect, and everything I had dreamed it would be. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of birds singing and Jake making coffee over the campfire. "Good morning, beautiful," he said with a huge smile. I had never felt so happy in my entire life. Mia peeked out of her tent and saw us holding hands. "I knew it," she squealed with joy. "You two are perfect for each other." Even Ryan was happy for us. "It's about time you both admitted your feelings," he said while cooking eggs for breakfast. I realized that our friends had known about our feelings before we did. After breakfast, we decided to explore more of the area before hiking back down. Jake knew about a hidden waterfall that was a short walk from our campsite. The waterfall was spectacular, cascading down smooth rocks into a clear pool. "The water's probably freezing," Mia said, touching it with her finger. "But look how beautiful it is." We took turns posing for photos in front of the waterfall. Jake and I took a selfie together, our first photo as a couple. As we were taking pictures, dark clouds suddenly appeared over the mountains. "That doesn't look good," Ryan said, pointing at the approaching storm. Jake checked his weather app, but there was no cell phone signal in the mountains. "We should head back to camp and pack up quickly," Jake decided. "Mountain weather can change fast." We hurried back to our campsite and started packing our tents and supplies. Just as we finished, the first raindrops began to fall. "The trail might be slippery," Jake warned as we started hiking down the mountain. He was right. The rain made the rocks and dirt path very dangerous. We had to walk slowly and carefully. Jake held my hand to help me keep my balance. Halfway down the mountain, the rain became much heavier. We took shelter under a large rock overhang and waited for the storm to pass. "Are we lost?" Mia asked nervously. Jake checked his compass and map. "No, we're on the right trail. We just need to wait for the rain to stop." While we waited, Ryan told more funny stories to keep our spirits up. Jake put his arm around me to keep me warm. Even though we were cold and wet, I felt safe because I was with my 3 best friends and the boy I loved. After an hour, the rain finally stopped. The sun came out and made everything sparkle with water droplets. "Let's go home," Jake said. The rest of our hike down was beautiful. The rain had washed the air clean and everything smelled fresh and green. When we finally reached Jake's Jeep, we were all exhausted but happy. "That was the best adventure ever," Mia declared. "Even the scary parts were fun because we were together." Ryan agreed. "We should do this every semester." On the drive home, I rested my head on Jake's shoulder. "Thank you for the most amazing weekend," I whispered to him. "Thank you for saying yes when I asked you to come," he whispered back. This was just the beginning of our adventures together. Back at college, everything felt different and exciting. Jake and I were officially a couple. He walked me to classes and we studied together in the library. Mia teased us about being so cute it's disgusting, but I could tell she was happy for us. 6 months later, Jake and I are still together and more in love than ever. We go hiking almost every weekend, exploring new trails and beautiful places. Mia started dating a guy from her art class, and Ryan met a girl in his engineering program. The 4 of us still hang out together all the time. We often talk about that magical weekend at Crystal Lake. That camping trip didn't just give us beautiful memories, it changed our lives forever. Sometimes the best things happen when we're brave enough to take an adventure with the people we care about most. And that's the end of Sarah's mountain adventure. What an exciting story of friendship and love, don't you think? I hope you enjoyed practicing your English with this romantic tale set in the beautiful Rocky Mountains. Sarah's story teaches us so many valuable lessons. It shows us that sometimes we need to take risks and go on adventures to discover what's truly important in our lives. It reminds us that the best relationships often grow from strong friendships. And it proves that facing challenges together can make us stronger and closer. Now I want to hear your stories. Have you ever gone camping or hiking with friends? Have you ever had a crush on someone in your friend group? Have you ever experienced love in a beautiful, natural setting? Share your adventures and experiences in the comments below. Remember, the secret to improving your English is consistent practice with the shadowing technique. Watch this video again tomorrow and focus on different parts of the story. Try to copy Sarah's excitement when she talks about Jake. Practice the nervousness in her voice during the storm scenes. Mirror the romantic tone when she describes their first kiss under the stars. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every time you practice speaking English, you're building confidence and improving your pronunciation. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every word you say, every sentence you shadow, every story you practice brings you closer to fluent English. English is the language of adventure, dreams, and connection. Just like Sarah found love on her mountain adventure, you might find amazing opportunities through your English learning journey. Each video you watch, each word you learn, each conversation you have opens doors to new friendships and experiences around the world. If this story helped you practice English and made you smile, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more adventure stories, romance tales, and English practice sessions. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss our exciting new stories. Share this video with a friend who's learning English or someone who loves outdoor adventures. Learning English is always more fun when you share the journey with others. Thank you for joining Sarah's adventure today. You're doing fantastic work with your English practice. Keep watching our stories, keep practicing your shadowing, and keep believing in yourself. Who knows what adventures await you as your English gets stronger and more confident? Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember that every great adventure starts with a single step. See you in the next story, and happy learning.